The big questions at the moment: is the Narendra Modi government planning to impose president's rule in Bengal? Is the governor acting as the centre's agent? Does the buck stop with the Mamata government when it comes to law and order? Just some of the questions we'll raise. Mahua Moitra, the Trinamool Congress firebrand MP, joins me. Gaurav Bhatia is the BJP spokesperson. But Mahua Moitra, you heard what Jagdeep Dhankhar said. He says, I am doing what the constitution mandates me to do. I am sending a firm message to the state. They have to maintain law and order. What will you tell the governor today?
There are two things. This is a red letter day for me, because normally when I come on your show, it's me and the BJP spokesperson. And today it was me and the governor. So I think Trinamool spokesperson on one side and the governor on West Bengal on the other side. I think that's quite a special day, and that speaks a lot about where the governor is kind of fitting himself into the frame of things. That's the first. The second is, I was listening to the governor speak, and I was thinking that he's a lawyer, and I have nothing against him personally. Personally, he's a very affable man, nothing on that. But in the role of a governor, he points out today, he says, did you see the video, Rajdeep? It is a CM talking about the president of the ruling party. Anyone with half an ounce of constitutionality in them would know that an elected chief minister in the scheme of things is far higher than the president of a ruling party. The fact that he holds the president of the ruling party in such awe and believes that an elected chief minister should tiptoe around the president of the ruling party just shows which side of the fence he's playing on. Now, there are 2 points that I want to bring up. Given that this entire situation is after the alleged attack on the convoy of Mr. Nadda, there are 2 things. So the MHA calls on the 14th of December the DGP and the Chief Secretary of West Bengal. Under the 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution, there is the law and order is a state subject. Public order, riots, the Home Ministry can intervene, but law and order is a state subject. The Home Minister can speak to the Chief Minister about a situation in a state if the need arises. Under no law in the Indian Constitution, under no law, repeat, can the Home Secretary bypass the Chief Minister and summon the Chief Secretary and the DGP of a state. It is completely unconstitutional and against the federal structure. No Chief Secretary, no DGP of a state, without the Chief Minister's permission, can go to Delhi to meet with the Union Home Secretary. So given that there are so many high-powered lawyers on the BJP's books, it is strange that they've done something so amateurish. The second thing, they claim that we didn't give security to Mr. Nadda. Mr. Nadda, as far as I'm concerned, is an MP. He's a Rajya Sabha MP, like I'm a Lok Sabha MP. And he's the president of the ruling party. Good for him. He's got Z category security. The state government was supposed to provide a bulletproof car, which they did. And they were supposed to provide an escort, which they did. The rules of Z category security, the security protocol, is that the Z category convoy cannot have anyone apart from the escort and the person's car. So in this case, there were 45 to 50 cars in his convoy. The state government, if you do not follow security protocol, then do not blame security for not being able to protect you. If Mr. Modi tomorrow as Prime Minister travels as Z category protectee, SPG protectee, there are rules setting it out. If 45 cars come between Mr. Modi and his security convoy, there's nothing else.
That is a matter to be sorted out between the Bengal Police Home Secretary, Bengal Home Secretary and the Central Security Forces. But law and order is a state subject. The buck stops with your government. You can't turn around later now and say, look, the security protocol was not followed. You should have ensured that it was followed.
1 second. How on earth, what is he is traveling with Central Armed Police. Every single, like I tweeted, every single 2-bit leader of the BJP is given central security. They come to the districts with central CRPF, with BSF, with just about anything. We don't even know half the time who they're traveling with. As far as on paper, whatever they've asked for has been given to them. If they're traveling in a convoy of 45 to 50 vehicles, he's traveling, please understand, with a convicted felon, a convicted man with 59 cases against him who was convicted. If he's sitting in that convoy and gesturing to people who get agitated, there is a limit to what the state government can do. I'm very sorry. This is a law and order situation. Not at all.
Somewhere the state government can't escape responsibility. Either there is lack of coordination, then between the center and state, because look at what Mamata Banerjee has said. She has said this is stage managed. Are you telling me seriously that stones being thrown on the cars of this convoy were all stage managed?
Rajdeep, I have seen situations where, if you remember, on August 4th, 2017, Rahul Gandhi had gone to Banaskantha in Gujarat to survey flooded districts there. And his convoy was attacked with big stone things. He came, I remember Abhishek Manu Singhvi coming on your show, and the BJP spokesperson turning around and said this entire thing was stage managed. They got Congress in order to give attention to Rahul Gandhi through stones. So let us understand this entire stage management theory. The BJP are great ones at propagating this. Number one. The second thing is, in this case, what are you traveling with so much of media with all of this? I have absolutely no sort of compunctions in saying that the BJP is perfectly capable of stage managing, and in this case, until the investigation is done, I for one fail to understand how a Z category security protectee will travel with convicted people in a convoy of 50 cars, bypassing all security protocol. I'm very sorry. And second, on the most important thing, the Union Home Ministries, this is law and order. They can ask for a report. We'll give it to them. That's absolutely okay. The governor on your show cannot come in and say that this has to be followed. The governor is under absolutely no constitutional obligation to look out for the safety and security of the president of the ruling party. That is something that the state and the security which is accompanying that person will do. So I'm sorry, on both counts, they're dead wrong.
No, because